Hi there, dear learners. Hopefully you are doing great through this critical situation all over the world. This is Muktabhushan, your host, Department of English. Welcome to our online English class. In this lesson, you can learn all about the using of right form of verbs. We know a verb can take forms of 10 types. A verb can be used in 10 places according to its surroundings. Here in this image, we can see those 10 forms of a verb. Verb is mainly two types, finite verb and non-finite verb. Here in this image, finite verb is categorized again into 3 types: base form, simple present and simple past. Non-finite verb is again categorized into 3 types, and they are participle, gerund and infinitive. More details is given below for your information. We will now move further into these details because we are going to deal with something else. To begin with questions. What does every sentence need? Every sentence needs a verb. What are the simple verbs you can think? We can think the simple verbs are like come, go, play, etc. Even these verbs can be imperative sentence, which means you tell someone to do something. Come, go, play, etc. These are the simplest complete sentences you can make in English. Of course, most sentences are longer than this. Most sentences that are longer than one word also need a noun or pronoun. This noun or pronoun is the subject. With subject plus a verb, you can make simple sentences like Jami runs, she left, girls are working. Now you can see that the verb can be in different forms: present or past, simple or continuous. As we have already dealt with tense and voice earlier, so it will be easier for us to understand today's topic, the right form of verbs. So let's get 10 rules to kill this today's problem, right form of verbs. So get into the 10 rules. Rule number 1. If the subject can do the work of a verb, the verb has to be placed according to the tense. The problem is given for you. M.J. Iqbal, that means Mohammad Jafar Iqbal, got a right amicable in 2005. Mohammad Jafar Iqbal is the subject. If the subject can do the work, and this subject Jafar Iqbal can write the book, yes, can do the work of the verb. This is verb, right? So can do the work of the verb. If it is, then the verb should be placed according to the tense. As this event happened in the past, so we have to write only the past form of write. So the answer is M.J. Iqbal wrote Amituku in 2005. That is very simple. Now let's get into rule number 2. But before getting into rule number 2, let's get some reviews on transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs are those verbs which have objects, and intransitive verbs are those verbs which have no any objects. So another question could arise here: how to find out object? If you ask the verb by questioning with whom and what, if you get the answer, this is object, and if you get the object after verb, this is transitive verb. And if we don't get any answer by questioning with whom and what, that will be intransitive verbs. So let's get into rule number 2. If the subject cannot do the work of a verb and the verb is transitive, the verb has to be placed into the passive voice. We have already learned voice, but in a short way we can review B plus V3. We can make any verb into passive voice by doing these things. Anyway, Amitoku is a book, and a book itself cannot write. As this event happened in the past, so the answer is Amitoku was written in 2005. It is passive voice. Here we can see if the subject cannot do the work of a verb and the verb is intransitive, the verb has to be placed according to the tense. Here this verb in the brackets is in intransitive form, so it cannot be in passive voice, so it should be in active voice according to tense. So as this event happened in the past, we will just put this verb into past form. So the correct answer is ended. That's it. Let's get into rule number 4. If a simple sentence has a finite verb, the other verb has to be made non-finite. For example, MJ got it right. Amitoku in 2005 got much popularity. Here, this is finite verb in the past form. So this verb we have to correct. So how to correct? This is finite and another verb, right? We have to make it non-finite. So only two ways we will learn to make it non-finite. Verb ing and verb to. Verb ing and past participle. We will make any verb into non-finite by doing two things: adding ing to the verb and making it past participle. So which one to choose? Here this subject can do the work of the verb. Mr. Jafar is a person and he can write Amitoku. So if the subject can do the work of the verb, we will add ing to the verb. That is the answer. So Mr. Jafar is writing Amitoku in 2005 got popularity. So here rule number 5, the rule is if more than one verb are to be corrected in a simple sentence, the verb that works before the other has to be made non-finite, and the verb that works later the other is to be made finite. Here in this simple sentence we find two verbs to be corrected. So which one to make finite and which one to make non-finite? That should be our questions. Let's see. So we have to find out which verbs works earlier and which verb works later. First Jafar writes and then gets popularity. So which one happens first? First writing and then getting popularity. So we have found this verb works before the other. So if it works before the other, so we have to make it non-finite. Now how to make it non-finite? By just adding ing to the verb. That should be the very easy. So the answer would be writing. That's it. But why ing? Why not V3? Because the subject can do the verb. If the subject can do the verb, we will add ing to the verb. If not, then we will make the verb into past participle. And as this event happened in the past, so we will make this get into got. Got popularity. That's it. Isn't it very easy? So let's have another example to make it clear. Amitoku write in 2005 get popularity. Here we have to find out which happens first, write or getting popularity. First writing book, then later getting popularity. So which one happens first? We have to make it non-finite, and that happens later. We have to make it finite. So how to make non-finite? By doing only two things: adding ing and making reaching. So let's see, Amito book is a book, and book itself cannot write. So if the subject cannot do the work of the verb, we will make it reaching. So written. Amito book written in 2005, and as this event happened in the past, so we make it into past form. Got popularity. Hopefully this time it has been crystal clear to you. Now rule number 6. Before or after any preposition, if you find in a sentence, we must add ing to the verb. For example, he is fond of eating sweets. Exception. After to, we will make base form always of the particular verb, because mostly to is a part of the infinitive. But after to, where we will add ing into the rule number 7, it is written. After prepositional phrases, we will add ing. For example, look forward to, with a view to, object to, committed to, dedicated to, resort to, come up to, be obligate, used to, be obligate, habituated to, be obligate, accustomed to, etc. Rule number 9. If we get less as conjunction in a sentence, we must put should after the subject. For example, he studies hard lest he should fail in the exam. Rule number 9. If we get it is high time, it is time, who is, he, fencing, etc. as principal clause in a sentence, we will make past form of the verb of the subordinate clause. For example, it is high time we change our bad habits. This is principal clause and this is subordinate clause. We have just made this verb into past form. Changed. So let's get into the final rule. Rule number 10. Sentences before or after conjunction. For example, he played cricket sometimes and doctor take rest. This is conjunction as it is in the past form, so we have to make the later verb into the sentence. So we have to make the past form of the take, and that is true. So there are the rules for solving right form of verbs. Now we will solve a board questions and we will apply those 10 rules, and hopefully we will be able to answer all the questions smoothly, and we will be able to achieve full marks 5 out of 5. So let's try how much we have learned, how we can apply these rules into the problems. So dear learners, here is a board questions, and pause the video for some times, for 7 minutes at best, and within this time you have to solve all these problems. Again, start your video, and the later part of the board questions you will have the keys or the solutions of these problems, and we will be able to check our own answer with the correct answers. So best of luck. So dear learners, hopefully you have enjoyed and understood today's topic. If there are any confusions and any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. See you around with another video lesson right here on the same channel. Till then, take care, have fun, stay safe and secure, and of course finally, learn and serve others.